Okay, Chuck, this is your first lesson. Like we said before I started recording, I'd like to see you improve your posture just a bit. Mainly get your chin up. See how Adam Scott's nose is pointed here, yours is pointed here. And what's happening is, as you rotate your shoulders, your shoulders are going to get stuck on your chin. And I'm just predicting it. And that's going to prevent you from having a longer backswing and also a follow through. And you showed me before we started recording a posture much better. Okay, so I'm drawing plane lines, and the idea is keep the shaft, keep the entire club parallel to the yellow lines. Anytime it breaks plane, it's an unneeded movement, and we have to try to compensate and get it going. At just naked eye, it looked like you're pretty much on plane. We'll find out. So then we also draw a butt board, and we want to track how your hands come back, and we want to track how if there's much head motion. Okay, so taking it back. That's really in a good position. See how the club overlaps your hands? Mm-hmm. The shaft of the club is parallel to your toe line. It's very similar to Scott's. See, it disappears, but it's the same thing. It's like this. The only thing I would change is the butt of the club started right there on that blue line, and now it's over here. Mm-hmm. And what happens is when your hands go away like this, you lose this connection. In reality, you want this connection, so it's just basically like that. We'll get back to that, but I'm telling you, you're in the upper 10% as far as where the toe of the club's up and the shaft is parallel to your feet. Really good spot. Okay, so it's all on plane. Really good. This is why your swing looks good to the naked eye. Now it gets a little off plane as you come down. Look, it's pointed. This is excellent. This is what I saw. Look, it's pointed right at the ball, right where it should be. Mm-hmm. The average guy, myself included, breaks plane here. Up here, comes down here, and then, so all these wobbles, all you're doing is on plane and on plane. You're in the upper 10% as far as plane goes right here. This is really a good swing. Okay. Now at this point, it's coming down so good. Now, you can see your head has gone forward a little, and your butt's come away from the back wall a little. Mm-hmm. The problem with that is, if your head goes instead of 2 inches, it goes 4, you're going to shank the ball.
That explains why you need
exactly. Yeah. Okay, so you swing through, and then this is where that shoulder bumps into your chin, and that stops the whole thing. Let's see it on the backswing. Okay, so you get right to here. Now your shoulder bumps into your chin, and it's stopping. Now watch, it stops there. Now you're just kind of lifting with your hands. Mm-hmm. The shoulders stop turning, and that's the end of your swing. See how his shoulder comes under his chin?
Yeah.
Because there's room. And now, you and I will never get, that's his top position. You and I will never get there, but we can get here. Mm-hmm. You know, that's just about here. Okay, so now so you're in that position, and your backswing is stopped because of your chin, and I think the head movement, yeah, it comes just as it bumps in. Right now it's still on that X. Now it goes out. Okay. Now when you're up here, all you're doing is dropping with your hands. So your hips haven't started. This is a really good term. Your hips haven't started, and the club drops, and there's no torque. In other words, even if you take the club up here, the first move down should be, or at least the hips should start going at some point. You go here, then the hips turn, so there's no wind up. See how you got all this torque. The good guys will get the hips going and actually turn them and see them all wound up like a rubber band, and it comes flying through. Mm-hmm. You're basically swinging with your arms, and then the lower body kicks in, but in here, and it's really not doing much. Mm-hmm. So I would say a little bit earlier start with the lower body, and it can be nothing more than that little bump or start. That little rotation thing. So, look, you got good action. It's just a little late. It's trailing your arms. See, your arms are going in your lower body, and look at this guy. So it's up here now. I'm not suggesting you get this hellacious lower body action, but see how his lower body is starting, mm-hmm. and his hands are, you and I will never get that open, but we can get that lower body moving. See how it's moving mm-hmm. early, and then it comes through, and then his follow through. See, his shoulder gets under his chin, where we kind of stop it. So you got a break there.
Yeah.
So.
And it counts for the fact that I don't get any distance.
Well, the main thing is, I think getting the chin up, you get just 3 more inches of backswing. And if we start a little bit earlier here, and then release the club through, tons of more distance. Not tons, but significant amount. So you're blocked. You're not. And do you ever get a stiff neck, sore neck? Yeah, you're using that as a break. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's the good news. Now let's look at this angle. That's more about playing, which by the way, you're excellent. Most of the time, first 5 lessons about getting it on plane. We don't have to worry about that. We just have to free up the swing, a little better posture, and go from there. Let's see. Let's get this. Okay, this is about. I'll put it in. Stand right here. See how your chin's buried?
Yeah.
Now watch. As soon as your bicep hits it, now you're putting the brake on. Now the head's moving because the shoulder's pushing it.
Yeah.
See, given that blockade, that's a pretty good backswing. And I like this. You're flexible with the left leg pointed behind the ball. That's really good. Your right hip's back. All that is really good. Now, when you come through, see, there's nothing lower body-wise that's moving right here. So it's all arms, and this one, it's basically all arms. And then then not only that stops it, you've got the right heel on the ground.
Yeah.
So the idea is to get it, here is a bit of a backswing for you. So then you start rotating the hip, and even if it's going with the arms, that's better than this. Okay, so you're doing this, and you're stuck here. So what we want to do is chin up, swing through, and as we swing through, then we go to their toe.
Yeah, that was what I mentioned to you when we were talking the other day. I just feel so off balance.
Well,
I'm trying what you told me, but I haven't made any progress.
So just put your hands on your chest, like this position. Can you go like this and turn? Yeah, here. Put it over your shoulders. There, yeah. And then get your ready position. Chin up. Yeah. Okay. So back swing, and then forward. There. Yeah. So we want the shoulder tilt a little more. So it's back here, and then when it comes through, that right shoulder goes down after. There. Yeah. Okay. So you can just stand here like this, right?
I don't know whether I can or not. When I try it at home, I feel very comfortable with it.
Okay. So. Yeah. Okay. So I understand. So can you stand on just your left foot? Yeah, just like that. Yeah, pick your right foot up just off the ground. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Now, there could be a couple of things going on. One could be you just haven't used that balance, so you haven't refined it. Another one is inside your ear there's hair follicles, and as we age they can get brittle and break off. And as aging goes on, it may be due to inner ear thing. So what I recommend is I'd say just get a chair, like here, and raise this, and see if you can stay there. Now, when I did hip replacement, I could only stand on that hip for a short time. So you may have to work up to it. Now, I'd say you don't even try that toe up, just as an exercise. Just pick it up off the ground and use this to balance. Yeah. And lean on this and it hurts?
No, it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
I can't understand why I'm.
Well, like I say, there's two things going on. We haven't used the balance, but also it may be an inner ear thing that we can't do anything about. But I'm saying if you can do this just for a few seconds a day, it's going to help the situation, whether it's inner ear or not. Okay, so.
Maybe if I just relax a little too.
Yeah. Okay, so if you don't want to go to the toe, you've got to at least bend this thing over like this. Because when this is down, that's stopping the movement. Mm-hmm. So, let me finish recording this.